So Motorola just officially dropped the Razr Fold. So this is Motorola's first proper book style foldable. This phone does something so right, it makes me question every other foldable, and honestly, I haven't seen anyone talk about this yet. Now on paper, this thing is going hard, like really hard. We're talking almost the largest battery in any foldable on the market, the world's first phone with Corning Gorilla Glass Ceramic 3, and a camera system that will make even yo mama jealous. Now, starting with the design of the phone, here is where Motorola is trying to make a statement, and you know what? They're doing a great job at it. The Razr Fold is just 4.55 millimeters thin when it's open and 9.89 millimeters when it's closed. And it weighs a normal, pretty decent 243 grams, which honestly, for a book style foldable packing this amount of hardware, it's quite impressive. I also really love how the back of the phone looks like this, like the rear, it kind of slopes upward into the camera island instead of having like the very harsh cutout. It kind of has this nice gradual slope to it. Let's see if you guys can see it better on this camera if my camera decides to focus, which apparently it's not. There we go. All right, so yeah, now you guys can see it a little bit better. And hey, if you're a fan of no BS tech reviews, I just tell it how it is, definitely consider subscribing. Now the hinge is a precision engineered kind of stainless steel teardrop design, which is the standard at this price point for high-end foldables. But the real flex here is that this thing is the world's first smartphone using Corning Gorilla Glass Ceramic 3. That's a big deal for foldables specifically because durability has always been the Achilles heel of this category. Now on top of that, you are getting IP48 and IP49 ratings, so it can handle 1.5 meters of fresh water for up to 30 minutes, plus it's protected against high temperature water jets. Now, what about that camera system? Well, here's where things get interesting. Motorola is claiming the #1 foldable camera system on DXOMARK based on their March 2026 testing. The main shooter is 50 megapixel and it's an f1.6 aperture and a 3.5 degree optical image stabilization. The photos coming out of the main camera are definitely impressive, and I'm just curious, what do you think? But of course, then you have the 50 megapixel ultra wide with a 12 millimeter focal length, 122 degree field of view, f2.0 aperture, you have autofocus and macro capability. The 3x 50 megapixel sensor is also doing a fantastic job, and it can even do 100 times super zoom photos, and honestly, they look good. Now the video maxes out at 8K 30, which is pretty standard. You also have 4K available at 60 or 30 FPS and slow motion options including 4K at 120 and Full HD at 240. There's also a photo enhancement engine, an auto smile capture function, and an action shot which adjusts shutter speed based on the subject's movement. The one thing that truly shocked me is just how well Motorola thought of the design. So as an example, right, this is the Galaxy Z Fold 7. So let's take a look at the side of the Galaxy, and you can see this part right here is completely flat. There's just a little groove, but what I'm trying to say is whenever your thumbs are trying to open the phone, there's not a whole lot of area for your thumb to grab, so more often than not, your thumbs are just gonna slip off. And believe me, if you've used a Z Fold before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes your thumbs they don't have anything to grip because it's so thin over there. Now let's take a look at what Motorola is doing. Check this out. That is so genius. Like, I don't know how well that comes across, but in real life, this gives the perfect amount for your thumb to grab onto so you can open the device a heck of a lot easier. Opening this fold is so much just smoother and easier, to be honest, than opening up the Z Fold. Now let's talk about displays because there's kind of a lot to unpack here. So the external display is a 6.6-inch Extreme AMOLED panel that goes up to 165 Hertz. Yeah, you heard that right, 165 Hertz on the cover display. It is incredibly smooth. Peak brightness is 6,000 nits, which is absolutely mind-boggling. You have HDR10+, Dolby Vision, 10-bit color, 100% DC-IP3 color gamut, and it's protected again by that Gorilla Glass Ceramic 3 that we just talked about. So basically, the cover screen is a flagship phone all on its own. I'm telling you guys, Motorola, it just seems like Motorola came out of nowhere and just started releasing banger after banger. Like, I don't remember a bad Motorola phone for the last 3-4 years. But then you unfold it and you have a massive 8.1-inch 2K 120Hz panel, 6200 nits of brightness. Yeah, this is the brightest interior display of any foldable, at least that I've seen. Of course, you have HDR10+, Dolby Vision, 100% of DCI-P3 color gamut. Again, the display is phenomenal. And even when it comes to that crease, you only really see it at a very, very off angle. Like when you're holding it like this, let me go ahead and unlock the phone, you don't really see it all that much. In fact, I'm willing to bet that it's basically identical to the Z Fold 7. Yeah, I mean, pretty much identical, honestly. Powering all this is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 paired with 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of storage, and of course it is running Android 16 out of the box. Battery is where Motorola is really flexing because this beast has a 6,000 milliamp hour battery, among one of the best of all foldables out there. There are a few, or maybe a couple, that are slightly higher, but at 6,000 milliamp hours, believe me, it doesn't even matter anymore. You're getting through not one day, maybe even 2 days of use out of this phone. And of course, after that, you do have 80-watt turbo-powered wired charging and wireless charging. So let's just recap the bullet points because again, there's a lot to unpack. Well, we have IP48, IP49 ratings, Gorilla Glass Ceramic 3, one of the largest batteries in a foldable, 6200 nits of brightness on the inside, 165 Hz refresh rate on the outside, Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 storage, and a DXOMARK Gold Label camera system. I am more than impressed with Motorola's first ever foldable phone, and honestly, I cannot wait to continue using it. And of course, more review videos, more in-depth review videos will be coming. This video was just like an overview of my very short time with it so far. Again, keep in mind, future videos coming soon, so if you haven't already, definitely subscribe. But let me know down in the comments what you think. Is this enough to pull you away from Samsung or Google for your next foldable phone? I'm kind of curious. And I'll catch you in the next one. As always, this was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.